I got laid off as a single dad in 2025, yet I am more confident than ever in 2026 that I will succeed. Here's why. Most people panic when they lose a job. But here's the thing, if you already built the habits, if you already built the skill set, if you already built the network, you're becoming more confident when that layoff happens. It's more of a redirection. Last year proved that to me, and this time I'm gonna show you exactly how and what happened with my life and how it got better. I'm Tony, a single dad of two. I'm documenting how I'm building my wealth, health, and relationship in real time while you watch. The reason why I did not spiral in 2025 after losing my job and being laid off is because it happened before. During COVID, I got laid off at the worst time when I had a newborn child, right? And the money, we were scared of the finance, we were scared of where we're gonna live, we were scared of the future. But in today's present, I have overcome that before. I found a new job, I found a way to learn new skills. Like, it wasn't detrimental, it did not destroy my life in a sense, even though I got separated later on. So when this happened again in 2025, as a single dad, I was much more prepared. I was much more confident. Instead of getting laid off and then being depressed and sad, I quickly went into action. I got a job within a month of being laid off. That's how crazy it was. Because during COVID, I made the huge mistake of getting lazy, getting sad, getting depressed. And I just remember that that did not serve me in any way, right? It just did not help. So in 2025, I knew for sure I was not going to make that same mistake again because I went through it already. So I quickly updated my resume. I quickly applied for unemployment. I quickly asked for referrals and references on LinkedIn recommendation. I just quickly was proactive and took action. And then within a month, I got a contracting role. And this contracting role pays a lot more than before. So because of I used the past history as an example of I overcome something hard before, I overcome the challenge before, and I remember what I did to get out of it. That's exactly what I did in this time, but at a much faster pace and a much more skillful pace because I have much more experience. And essentially, I survived this hard thing before, and now I have the blueprint to basically overcome it again. I think something that most people skip is not having a history of all the challenges that you have overcome. If you have a list of everything that you did, that you overcome, that you tried, that you made mistakes on, that you succeeded on, it's very easy to see and get an overview of things that you have accomplished in your past life. That is your resume. That is your a history of things that is not impossible to overcome because you have done it before. It's a bunch of experience that can use as an example where in the future, if it happens again, like the layoff, you can easily overcome it. You already know what to do. You're kicking in the gear. It's like going to be automatic. But the whole goal is to make sure that you actually change your behavior when it happens again. So when shit hits the fan, because we know life is absolutely difficult, you can easily reference the list that you already created and be like, oh yeah, I did this before. I accomplished something similar. Oh yeah, I survived worse than this before. I could do this again in the future, right? So it's just a good way to constantly reference your past so that you're always inspiring yourself. You're always motivating yourself to go forward. It's your own self that's keeping you afloat, right? You're not depending on anybody else. You could depend on your past history because your past history is what built up that confidence. So every promotion you have, every conversation you have, even the separation, the kids, everything, you want to note it down, all the accomplishment and what came about it, what happened before and what happened afterwards, so that I don't make the same mistake again going forward. Quick thing, if you are getting value, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Thank you so much. Now, for example, in 2026, I want to make more money. So the output is making more money, but my focus more is on the inputs, right? I think we are too focused on the dream outcome and the end result that it helps when we focus more on the inputs. Because we focus too much on the results, we're gonna get mad if we don't even get close to it, or that we just don't reach those goals. We're gonna get really mad at ourselves and then we're going to quit. So what I like to do is focus on the input. What is all the things that I can do to increase my income, to grow my YouTube channel, to do XYZ, to be present with my kids? So if I want to grow my income, the best input that I could do is bring results to the company. How do I bring results to the company? By doing my marketing activities, by reaching out to stakeholders, by doing X, Y, Z, right? I want to focus more on the inputs because the inputs is going to give me that end result anyway, or that ideal end result. And so I just got to focus on that. This should be my full focus. If I know I'm doing 100 outreaches a day to get my first client, it will eventually happen, right? if I'm trying to create content and create YouTube, I need to stay consistent. So I need to focus on input. How do I stay consistent with YouTube content? I just keep creating the content. That's all my focus is. Create the content, create the content, create the content. Don't worry about the subscribers. Don't worry about the analytics for now. Just create the content until I'm consistent with it, and that will give me more data to work off of so that I could improve the YouTube content. So I'm not hoping for success. Like, I'm engineering the inputs so that it would give me that ultimately end result that I will eventually get, right? So the input is where it's all is at. And as a result, it's been 3 years now after separation. I have 5x my net worth. I am in peak health right now. Me and my kids are doing amazing in good schools and safe location. And that's because, like, I just focus so much on improvement. I focus so much on referencing the past and learning from my mistake and then changing my behavior as the times go forward. I always learn from my mistake. I take away lessons from every loss that have happened. And I try to speed up that process. Like, the faster I am to overcoming a challenge that have happened, especially when it's similar to something that have happened in the past, I get over it really quickly. Now, if it's a new challenge that I have never come across before, I ask my network. I say, hey guys, I'm coming through this problem that I'm having right now. Can anybody help me out with this, right? So I enlist help, or I just ask AI as well, because AI has a lot of great information. I think right now, if you are not taking advantage or leveraging AI right now, you're missing out on a huge opportunity, because AI helps speed up the process of finding solutions and problem solving. So use AI to your advantage if you can. It is so easy. It's simple. It's only 20 bucks a month. So I definitely think it's worth using. And so my outlook now is more focused on the progress that I'm making more than the dream outcome. What are all the progress incremental that I'm making? Am I going up or am I going down in terms of income? Am I going up or am I going down in terms of my inputs, right? I focus on my inputs. I keep working on it. I increase the volume. Volume negates luck. So I try to do as much volume as possible. Guys, for this YouTube channel right now, I'm trying to schedule out throughout the whole year. So I don't just have to worry about it. I can set it and forget it so I can focus on other things, because there's so many different projects that I want to work on in 2026, right? But that's because I'm just focused on input. I'm using automation. I'm using delegation. I'm using AI tools. I'm trying to find different ways to make sure that I can get the inputs in at high quality to give me the end results that I'm looking for. I'm more focused on the progress of it that's happening. So all in all, if you have survived hard things before, you are capable of overcoming them again. You are alive, right? So get yourself back up on your feet. You got this. My name is Tony Chan. If you want to check out more videos of me documenting my life, check out this end screen video right here. Peace.